Welcome back to Euro Football Daily, where we are looking at 10 uncapped players that are pushing hard to appear at Euro 2020. Some of these stars may well play for their countries in the current international break, but at the time of writing they are still uncapped. Let's get started. 10. Florian Wirtz. We start with a player who is technically still a child, but already making waves in the Bundesliga. Florian Wirtz doesn't celebrate his 18th birthday until May, yet he is already a regular in the Bayer Leverkusen squad, having played 74% of league minutes at this stage of the season. After impressing at youth level for FC Köln, the attacking midfielder made the move to the Bay Arena in January 2020, and 4 months later broke Kai Havertz's record as the club's youngest ever player. A month later, he'd become the Bundesliga's youngest ever goalscorer when he found the net against Bayern Munich. This season, Wirtz has 4 goals and 4 assists, while his 1.8 key passes a game are the most amongst his teammates, and his 2.2 dribbles second only to Leon Bailey. Despite his tender age, he already has 3 under-21 caps for Germany, and as Premier League players are unable to be called up for this round of international fixtures, Wirtz is already a part of the full national squad. If he impresses the outgoing Joachim Löw, he could earn himself a place on the plane this summer. 9. Pedri. Another player who was only 17 when the 2020-21 campaign got underway was Pedri. Signed from Las Palmas for an initial €5 million in 2019, although that could eventually quadruple, the deal officially went through last summer. The youngest ever goalscorer for the Canary Islands side, Pedri is now a regular in the heart of midfield for the Blaugrana. Only 4 players have featured more regularly for Ronald Koeman than the 18-year-old, who also has 5 goal contributions to his name in La Liga, something just Messi, Griezmann, De Jong and Alba can top. The central midfielder averages 1.3 key passes per 90, third in the Barca squad, but can also defend, with 1.2 tackles a game, also third amongst regular starters of the Camp Nou this campaign. Capped by Spain at every level up to the under-21s in the last 2 years, Pedri has now also been handed his first senior call-up to La Roja by Luis Enrique. But if he keeps up the form and promise shown this season, Pedri has the potential to give himself a chance of a starting spot at the Euros, let alone just making the 23-man squad. 8. Wan-Bissaka. In any other era of the England national team, Man United's starting right-back would have been an automatic choice for the Three Lions. However, Wan-Bissaka finds himself uncapped at the age of 23 due to the wealth of talent ahead of him in the pecking order. Gareth Southgate prefers Alexander-Arnold, Trippier and Kyle Walker over the former Crystal Palace star, whilst recently Chelsea's Reece James, 2 years Wan-Bissaka's junior, has also been handed his first cap. Man United's £50 million man has also contributed to more goals than both James and Walker, whilst his form matches Trent for the 2021 season. But where Wan-Bissaka truly stands out is in defence, having made 4.6 tackles and interceptions a match, comfortably more than his positional rivals. And with Trippier and Walker now both in their 30s, Southgate may want to give AWB a chance at the very least, especially with rumours circulating that he may switch his allegiance to DR Congo if he doesn't gain a first cap soon. 7. Mitchel Bakker. From right back at one of Europe's biggest clubs to left back at another, Paris Saint-Germain have long had issues at both fullback positions, but in Mitchel Bakker they look to have shored up at least the left side of their back four for the foreseeable future. Signed on a free from Ajax in 2019 before even making his Eredivisie debut, the Dutch youth international has become a regular in Paris. The youngster has put up 2.2 defensive actions a game for France's most attacking side, and in absence of any clear number 1 left-back for the Oranje, now is the time to blood the youngster. 30-year-old Patrick van Aanholt and AZ's 21-year-old Owen Wijndal have made Frank de Boer's squad but have just 16 caps between them, with Wijndal seeming to have acquired the starting berth. So surely as the KNVB look ahead to the 2022 World Cup, still almost 2 years away, it's better for Bakker to get the international experience over Van Aanholt, who is on the fringes and will be 32 by the time Qatar rolls around. It definitely makes sense. Before I go any further, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Euro Football Daily and hit that notification bell to never miss one of our brilliant top 10s. 6. Joško Gvardiol. To Eastern Europe now, where Josko Gvardiol may still be plying his trade in his native Croatia for Dinamo Zagreb, but the 19-year-old centre-back has already agreed a move to RB Leipzig. The German outfit are paying €16 million for his services, making Gvardiol the most expensive Croatian teenager in history. Having turned down a move to Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds last summer, this season marks Gvardiol's first as a regular starter for Dinamo, where he's more often started at left-back for Croatia's most successful side. Also racking up continental experience at a young age, he had played every single minute of Dinamo's Europa League campaign until the clash against Spurs. As for the national team, Croatia are currently in something of a transition, and in defence the likes of Lovren and Vida are already in their 30s. Marseille's Shaletta Sarr, at 24 years old, is the youngest defender in the squad, and while he still represents the nation's future in that position, it is believed Gvardiol could have an even higher ceiling. What better way to get experience at a young age than being in and around the squad at Euro 2020? 5. Ryan Gravenberch. Next in a long line of stars to be produced by Ajax's academy is Ryan Gravenberch, with the 18-year-old already being one of the first names on the team sheet. The youngster has started every league game this campaign except for 2, which he was forced to miss due to coronavirus restrictions. Netting 3 and setting up 5 in 24 Eredivisie appearances, Gravenberch has also put up 1.6 shots, 1.6 dribbles and 1.2 key passes a game. Whilst none of these tops the charts at the Johan Cruyff Arena, being such a tender age means it's only a matter of time before his numbers back up his performances. He has been called up to the last 2 Netherlands squads, but at the time of writing is yet to make his debut under Frank de Boer, although it does seem imminent. Gravenberch, who made his under-21 debut for the Oranje as a 17-year-old, has been handed the number 14 shirt for the current international break. An iconic number in football thanks to one Johan Cruyff, the belief in Gravenberch as the future of the Dutch midfield alongside Frankie de Jong is certainly there. 4. Rafael Leão. Since leaving Sporting following the training ground attack in 2018, Rafael Leão has started to build his burgeoning career outside of his native Portugal. Following a successful campaign with Lille, he earned a €30 million move to AC Milan in 2019, and after an underwhelming debut campaign at the San Siro, has gone from strength to strength in 2020-21. Often playing at left wing to accommodate Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front, the 21-year-old has been moved centrally in the Swedes' absence, and has 10 goal contributions for the season for the Rossoneri, including netting Serie A's fastest ever goal, scoring after just 6 seconds against Sassuolo. His 1.5 shots, 1.5 dribbles and 1 key pass per 90 all rank in the top 5 amongst his teammates, as Milan look to mount an unlikely title challenge. And as Portugal look to plan for the future post-Cristiano Ronaldo with the likes of João Felix, Diogo Jota, Pedro Neto and Andre Silva, it might be hard for Leão to be an automatic pick for the Seleção. But he definitely deserves a look in, having proven he can be both clinical and versatile in attack. 3. Jules Koundé. Of course, when we're talking uncapped French centre-backs, the obvious choice is Aymeric Laporte. However, we're going down a different route, choosing instead to highlight Jules Koundé, Sevilla's 22-year-old defender, who they signed from Bordeaux for €25 million in 2019. Kounde is yet to receive a call-up to the national team himself, but is a regular for the under-21s and with his club's side, where he has featured for 83% of the available minutes so far this campaign. He's also the best performing centre-back for Sevilla, with his 2.2 defensive actions more than any of his defensive partners this term. It is notoriously difficult to break into Didier Deschamps' side, with the likes of Kimpembe and Zuma only picking up a handful of caps despite being in their mid-20s. However, if Kounde keeps up his form, which also saw him score a wonderful effort against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey last month, he will quickly join the long list of names vying for a place in Deschamps' squad. 2. Curtis Jones. Liverpool's Curtis Jones has found himself featuring for Jurgen Klopp's side most weeks, and not just because of injuries to his teammates. The central midfielder has racked up over 1,000 minutes for the Reds, more than the likes of James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Xherdan Shaqiri. The 20-year-old's 1.1 dribbles a game is fourth amongst all under-21s with regular minutes in the Premier League, and those with more, Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood, all made their Three Lions debut in 2020. Excellent in possession with a 93% pass accuracy, which is the best for Liverpool and 5th in the entire division, Jones has also shown improvements in the defensive side of his game as well, with 1.7 defensive actions a match. He may only have 2 goal involvements to show for his efforts, but he is a player that Klopp has had to rely on more than expected this campaign, and Jones so far is showing he can live up to expectations. It may take someone else's bad luck for him to find a way in for Euro 2020, but it's an opportunity Jones would deserve. 1. Theo Hernandez. Both the second AC Milan and potential French international on this list, Theo Hernandez has quietly asserted himself as one of the best left-backs in European football. Costing the Rossoneri just €20 million in 2019 as Real Madrid looked to offload him, the 23-year-old has featured in all but 4 matches he's been available for since his arrival, already making over 70 appearances for the club. In his almost 2 years at the San Siro, Hernandez has scored 10 and set up 7 in Serie A, proving himself to be a triple threat even from left-back. His 1.5 shots a game have him 4th amongst teammates, while his 1.5 key passes per 90 trails just Calhanoglu, and his 2.6 dribbles are comfortably the most. Hernandez's main competition for a spot in Les Bleus would be Luca Dean and Folon Mondi, while his brother Luca is also good in that position, having featured there throughout the 2018 World Cup. However, someone of Theo's talent who only seems to be getting better surely can't be ignored for much longer. So guys, that was 10 uncapped stars that could make the Euros, but of that list I want to know from you, who is most likely to go to this summer's tournament? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Euro Football Daily and click on screen for another great video, and I'll catch you next time.